Yo, so guys, welcome back to another video. This is another US versus UK or UK versus US type reaction video. And it's to do with like school and education. And this is a video that I've always wanted to a type of video that I've always wanted to do. I've just never really know what sort of video to react to. So I've just clicked this one. And I mean, yeah, it's one of those things, because I know in the US it's called grade, and in the UK it's like you call it a year, like what year you in, what year you are in. And yeah, there's just things like that I know that are different. Obviously in the UK we call it nursery, in the US it's called kindergarten or whatever it's called. Then we've got so it's nursery, nursery, what's after nursery? Then it's primary school, then it's high school, then it's college, then it's uni, or you either after college you go to uni, or you get what's it called, an apprenticeship, which I don't know if that's a thing in the US, basically where you work and learn at the same time on the job. But this video is actually 6 years old, so there may be a few things that have changed here and there. But I mean, yeah, also in the UK you have to leave at the age of 18. You have to do education until the age of 18, which I didn't do, but we'll forget about that one. But yeah, let's get into this one. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy. If you want, maybe suggest a better video out there that could sort of explain this better to me, I'm not too sure, but I enjoyed this video last time, and I find these videos quite fun when it's sort of comparing the UK and the US. But yeah, before we get into it, quick shout out to my Instagram, my Twitter, links in the description for those interested. I'm on the way to 10k on my Instagram, so I'd appreciate a follow on there. I just enjoy chatting to you through the Instagram messages and Twitter messages as well. But yeah, links are there for those interested. Same for my Patreon, links are there for those interested in that. But let's get into this one, man. Let's see what the differences and the comparisons are.
Hi there, everybody. So today I'm here with my friend Emma Blackery.
You just turned that on, huh?
Just
you
like
just
you.
turned that.
Today we're going to be talking about the differences between schools in the US and the UK, because I find it really interesting, having been to both schools. Is that a spider? Baby spider. One of the first things that I noticed.
Wait, he went to school in the UK as well?
What's really weird about British schools is that you guys have a really short summer vacation.
But you really?
Like ours goes from the beginning of June until the beginning of September.
Oh.
What? The beginning of June? I'm already jealous, man. You get the whole summer off. In the UK, you get 6 weeks. It's 6 weeks, isn't it? It's like mid-July to right at the start of September. Boy, that is a piss take.
Oh wow.
Like three
So,
full
you get
months.
3 full months off.
Yeah, of just
Do you get weeks off, or like half terms during like Christmas or Halloween? I guess you do, right? And like Easter, etc. Like half terms for like a week or two off school.
Ours
Nothing.
ends at like end of July.
Yeah, I saw people tweeting me earlier this month going, "Oh, I'm back in school," and I'm like, "It's the middle of the summer."
Like, we have 6 weeks. It's called the 6 weeks holiday.
That's I
That's
just
what we
don't.
call it. Summer holidays or 6 weeks holidays.
Americans better never complain about their summer break. Like, the only reason we have it so long is because we used to have to like work with our parents in the fields back in the day,
Oh jeez.
and now we just play
Minnesota.
video games. No,
No.
that'd be in the South, not Minnesota.
Where's Minnesota?
The North. That's like Canada. When I went to school in America, I found it really easy, but I didn't know it at the time because when I took classes, I was graded on participation. So like 10 to 20% of my course was just if I raised my hand.
Seriously, you got graded on putting your hand up.
Yeah.
I would have failed.
So if you put
What
your
the
hand up and
fuck?
ask questions, you get extra
get-
points. Yeah, on your final grade.
What?
If you do your homework, you get an extra 20% just by doing it.
What?
Yeah.
You had it so easy. We have to do that for free.
Then you
Fuck
get like
this now.
20% for quizzes, so
Oh,
Sorry,
like
man.
all quizzes.
and stuff. Yeah.
30% for tests.
30% of your
Only
grade was
30.
tests.
Yeah. And then some.
In the UK, it's literally just the tests. You get a little bit of coursework, which is before the tests, but that is insane. I've always hated how it is just judged in the UK on tests, though. You just only get judged on the tests. I think it's a joke because so many things that you forget, or like so many things that you remember after. I mean, it kind of makes more sense in that kind of format, but at the same time, it's just I'm so like confused. By
Sometimes
that.
it'd be 10 to 20% for projects.
Ours is
So
like
projects
a
is
project,
like-
Yeah. So if you do a
That's
big
pretty
project,
much what we
Coursework.
call coursework.
let's say you fail a test, they're going to average all together, and with the participation, the homework, and the quizzes, you're fine.
But in the UK, we've stopped coursework now. Coursework doesn't equate to anything. It's just the tests.
You're still going to be.
Our coursework grade like varies. I think. I mean, I think mine was.
I was the last year doing
like,
coursework
what,
in my school.
20% of my grade. I think some courses is worth like 40%, but it's coursework and exams.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
In
it.
school,
it.
not in
The
college.
majority is
Which
always
is
exams.
stressful as heck.
Yeah.
Because when I went to school here, it was 20% coursework and 80% test.
Yeah.
So when I failed my test, I failed the course.
Like the coursework didn't matter.
No.
You could have got an A in your coursework,
I did.
and you get an E in your test. You average it a C overall, even if you worked really hard in your coursework.
But the thing was, when I first moved here, I thought it was gonna be really easy because I was like, wait, you just have to have 50% to pass. I have a 90% average in America. This is gonna be so. It wasn't easy at all. It was. Oh my god.
Well, the thing is, like, loads of people get like massive anxiety attacks over
imagine,
tests now because it relies on that so much and getting a good grade that when they get into the exam, they panic and then they do badly. So the results that people get don't actually reflect how good and clever someone actually is at that subject.
I never cheated though. Okay.
Oh, I did. I cheated my technology GCSE.
Really?
There was a kid who sat next to me who was really smart. Thank you, Daniel.
I'm gonna be honest. I did not prepare for one of my tests, and I came in and I was like, "Ma'am, I'm here for the test," and she was like, "You're an hour late," and I was like, "I have explosive diarrhea."
Did they let you in?
They just made me go to the doctors, and they told me I had food poisoning, and then I didn't have to resit.
What the fuck?
You didn't have to resit.
No.
So you just passed the test. Because you said you had explosive diarrhea. I remember being at school, and anytime we had a male teacher, if we just wanted a break, we'd say, oh, can I go to the toilet? And then the teacher would be like, well, you just came back from lunch, and then all I have to go is,
you go
my period.
Asking to go to the toilet. I mean, this is obviously for a female, but asking to go to the toilet after having your break or lunch is like the biggest sin you could do in school for the teachers, bro. You say that, and they're just like looking at you as if you're the devil or something.
So I went to 2 different high schools as a teenager, and the first one I went to had lockers where you kind of had to put all of your stuff. You weren't allowed to have a backpack because someone might be carrying a gun.
What the fuck?
It's in America, man.
So you had to only carry books in the hallway, and you had to keep all your other books in your locker. And because you had 9 classes every semester, you looked like a nerd carrying like 3 things of books, and then people would walk by and slap them out of your hands. It was literally like Glee. You guys don't have cheerleaders. You had none of that fun stuff.
Oh no, God, no cheerleading.
Why?
No. We don't have teams. We didn't even. We had like one. I think we had like a school like football, soccer team, but no one was in it. No one cared.
Well, like,
no schools.
Whoever's on the American football team in high school is cool, and then the cheerleaders are cool, and everyone supports the team, even if they don't like the sport.
You guys have like jocks and stuff. We don't have that sort of clique.
That's weird.
We just don't have
Question: were you graded in PE?
Yes.
What were you graded on in the UK?
I still don't know. We actually had a theory exam.
What?
Yeah, we had a test to take.
The theory of physical education.
Yeah.
But that's because you only do that if you take the GCSE, which is like taking it for what you actually study. Because in year 9 in the UK, I don't know if they're going to go through this. So for whole years from like year 1 to year 8, you just do every subject, and then in year 9 you pick. Obviously, you have to do maths, science, IT, English. Is there more? That's 4, right? I can't remember. Obviously, chemistry, biology, and physics. Oh, I can't think of any more. What other subjects there'd be? But they're the ones you would have to do. But then you have to pick 3 like GCSE ones, so like computer science or languages or GCSE PE. You do PE anyway, but GCSE PE to like study, etc. I guess she's just saying this from the perspective of doing this as a GCSE. Because you don't do this for just doing PE in general.
Calories and muscle and all that stuff. Yeah, we have. My school did. I don't know if everyone's school did.
Ours was 20% if you're wearing the right colored clothing. Like, our school was orange and blue, so if you were wearing orange shorts and like a blue shirt, you got 20% of your grade, and the other 80% was just participating, which was just being there.
That's amazing. See, I would have failed both of those because orange and blue is not mine.
You're one of those people that just kind of stands there and goes.
I was the kid who sat there, just watched everyone else run.
I was the guy that was like, "Come on, guys!"
I somehow got a B.
Wow.
I got a B, and I never turned up, and I was the most unfit person.
At one point, they did grade us on our physical fitness, and at one point, you had to stretch and see if you could touch your toes. And I can't touch my toes. I'm tall as heck.
Yeah,
so I got an F.
Because you couldn't touch your toes.
I couldn't touch my toes. And there was also a thing you had to run a mile. I ran the mile in like 11 minutes, and they were like, that's okay for women. A woman would get an A. But as a man, I had to go under 7 minutes to get an A. And I was like, that's not fair. I have a very feminine body.
Sexist. Just a little
Just a
You
little
have nice womanly curves.
I do. Have you seen these hips?
I have seen your hips. They are fabulous.
They never
You're
lie.
missing out because you don't see the hips. We've all seen what you look like at school. We've all
This is
seen
my
it.
ID.
We've all seen the photo.
You guys had prom though. I just found out. I thought
Yeah,
it was
we
just
did.
American.
Yeah, we do actually have prom.
Yeah, but that's like an imported American thing.
I didn't go though.
Thanks for this. And walked away.
Thanks for the boner. We have this thing called options. We have to choose 2 subjects to carry on with at GCSE.
There we go.
And, there's things like languages and like you can take full-time PE and stuff. I took French and media studies.
We had loads of
I
those.
don't know
They're
if you
called.
get to choose. I don't.
They were called electives. We had
I've
electives.
never heard that.
And every quarter of the year, so you get 4 different electives if you had a lot of open quarters.
Oh, my school had 2.
You had to do mandatory math, you had to do mandatory science for 3 years, a language for 2 years, and like English for every year. But then you had a lot of extra electives. So I took a course called Plants for Pleasure and Profit, where I got to learn about plants. Like I said, I went to a very rural school. But I also took courses like
You were literally
home
Neville Longbottom.
in university, though, the way that school works in university in America is you take everything. I'm a math major, but I have like courses in Japanese, German, piano,
What?
acting. I did Western Civilizations 1 and 2,
You were
ethics.
Japanese?
I took a year of Japanese, yeah, because I could.
Are you any good at it?
Ohayou gozaimasu. Evan desu. Ron daigaku no gakusei desu. Hajimemashita.
That's kind of sick actually.
Did you just say thanks for this in Japanese?
No,
Is that-
I liked that because I wasn't stressed out about all these crazy math courses the whole time. I got to take other courses in fun things that I wanted to learn. Whereas in England, once you commit at like 17, it's like, I am now
Just
the math
Doing
guy.
you just unless you fail like maths, English, or science, and because you have to retake them. Actually, do you have to retake? No, you have to retake English and maths until you pass it when you're in college, and then obviously you have your subject. So you can either do. Actually, they're going to go through. I'm not going to say it, but I did. For the first year, I did a PT course or something like that. Second year, I did engineering, or electrician, or one of them two. And then the third year, I did something else. I can't even remember. And I hated it each time. I like PE, I love sport, but it just wasn't for me, man.
For 4 years of my life.
Yeah, that doesn't sound
Pretty
fun.
much.
And that's
But there's things called A levels as well, which we're going to learn
why I
about
feel
too.
like
I
people get
hope.
stressed out a bit more in England. Like, when I was in America, I used to think people complaining about tests and stuff in England were just complaining.
Oh,
Like,
no.
oh, wow. Oh, as soon as I moved here, I was like, I'm so sorry.
Our
I'm so
education
sorry
system
for
is
you.
awful.
My number one pet peeve when it comes to university in England is that they give you a month period before your finals. Like, when I finished my coursework and courses in December, they were like, have a fun Christmas break. When you come back, you're taking finals. So I couldn't enjoy my
You
Christmas
can't
break.
there is no Christmas
You know,
break.
eating a Christmas pudding, you know, having fun with friends and just sitting there like, I have exams soon. I'm forgetting everything slowly. You have to revise every day.
Yeah.
In America, I would wait till the last day before the exam and then give you a review and say, here's the review for the exam. You memorize it, you go in, all of the things are roughly the same, A+.
Wait, review for the exam?
They'll give you a review with like, here's what's going to be talked about. And most of the part,
What the
if
fuck?
it's math,
You get like a hint
no.
of what
Yeah.
is gonna.
Yeah. And the thing is, in
We
America,
just have to guess what parts of our curriculum are being plucked
That
no,
is
out.
so
they'll
s-
mostly put one of everything, and they'll be really explicit in like, here's a good problem that if you can do this, you can do it on the exam later.
So
But-
you don't even really have to revise like crazy.
No,
you
you
just,
don't.
You
I
get
never
that
revised.
review and then just
Mhm.
memorize.
Yeah, how to do
those
those,
certain-
and you're good. And I think that makes sense though, because you're being tested on your ability to do these problems. You shouldn't have to go memorize this entire book, and then we'll choose the one that you weren't
I
good at.
want to go back in time and study in America.
In England, you guys have a
What
gap
the
year,
fuck?
which I think is
Yeah.
amazing. You
Mine
can't do
started as a gap year and then it became like a 5-year gap year.
I think if I was in England, I would have taken a gap year. That sounds like the coolest thing to be able to go out and travel and
Yeah,
do
but you have to
something.
like earn your own money and stuff. Like you still
Yeah.
have to have a job and do it. It's not a case of the government
Oh.
going, "Here's £20,000. Go and have fun, kids."
Oh,
you know,
I thought
like,
that's
you
how it
have
was
to-
actually.
No, they don't just give you money. You have to like.
Oh.
It's just like not doing anything.
In America, you can't do that because once you graduate from high school, if you do not go to university the next year, you lose all scholarship, all of it.
So you have to start from.
You
What is
cannot-
scholarship?
Like
You
I
don't
was,
have that.
I
as
was
far
in
as
the
know.
top 15% of my class, so I got, I think, $5,000 off my next year of university, and then the next year I got $8,000 off.
So you get money off of your tuition fees if you're smart.
Yes.
Oh,
I was because I was did so well in school in
What the
America. I
fuck?
got to do community college for free, I went to school for free from a university for the first 2 years.
Please send me back in time.
Well,
And to America.
I mean,
to Minnesota.
if you weren't in the top 10% though, you're screwed.
I would have been in the top 10. What are you saying?
We don't have school uniforms at most any school I've ever been to. I like that because, I don't know, I can wear whatever I want.
To be you, but I mean, they say that in defense of it, they say it prepares you for the real world when you have to go into an office and wear a shirt. And
I've never
look the
had
same. But
a job where I needed to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
I've had 3 professional jobs and all of them are business casual. I've worn this to work before.
Serious?
Every day I can wear whatever I want.
Because there are some jobs in London where you have to wear a suit.
Yeah,
but
if you're like
very,
investment
very
banking,
rare.
I don't have to be prepared to wear a uniform. Like it's not like school is going to teach me that wearing a uniform. I can wear whatever I want. I'm just a kid.
Exactly. If anyone goes to school in the UK, you know that girl that just wears trousers instead of.
I don't wear hats.
I didn't wear hats either.
Our school got so fucking strict with uniform. Like, I'd try and wear you just wear black shoes because you had to wear black shoes. You had to wear black shoes. And I think this is at pretty much every school in the UK. And my school wasn't a posh school. My school was one of the worst schools in my county. It was like the school was so close to being shut down. Like when I was in year 9, when I first went, it had 1,500 students. The year I left, I think I had about 500 students. It was a dying school, and even they had the strictest rules. Like you had to get you had a proper uniform, had to wear a blazer. You had to wear black shoes. So I used to wear black Air Force and black Vans in year 7, year 8, year 9, and black jeans, etc. That's what some people did because it's just sort of you're still wearing the colour scheme, but you're just sort of wearing things that you're more comfortable in, things that you like. But then it got to the point where they got so strict. You had to wear school trousers. I don't know the specific term, black. Actually, I think they ended up changing because they changed the uniform when we were there to completely different, and it was grey trousers. And the shoes you had to wear were just the most work shoes you'd think of. I don't know the names of them because I don't really know those sorts of shoes, but just sort of the shoes that you'd wear on at a wedding or I don't know a funeral or whatever. I don't know, just sort of the school or work shoes. I don't really know what the names are, but it was shit, man. I hated it. But at the same time, when I was that young, I didn't really have very nice clothes because I couldn't afford any of it. So at the same time, I kind of liked the fact that I didn't have to wear we had uniform because I wouldn't sort of be embarrassed about what I was wearing, etc. I don't know, it was a weird one.
I wore this second-hand blazer. Oh yeah, you never had to wear blazers.
The thing is, when I think of wearing a blazer, it makes me feel really fancy. And I was like, yeah, wearing a blazer.
No.
And I remember tweeting I love wearing blazers, and someone went, looks like you're just going to school, mate. And I was like,
pretty much.
What? Because I never had to wear one.
You can't wear blazers without being reminded of the crippling education system in this.
Oh, our spider friend's back.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, don't do it! Thank you. So in terms of going to college, you need to make up your minds whether or not you should go.
I don't even get that one.
Uni.
Oh, for f***ing sake. God damn it, Evan. No. I'm not getting back up. No.
You're on the end of the bed. Or you
Evan.
could call edge of
Evan.
the bed.
There's no way you're bouncing back here.
No? It's cool. It's cool.
Goodbye, Evan.
I'm shoving all of the puns in the end. Welcome back, Emma Blacktree.
Hell.
Welcome back, Ree.
Go
Sorry.
away.
Given the opportunity, do you think you'd still go to school in England, or would you go in America?
Oh, I'd go to America. I would definitely go to America if you
I
just
would
get
as
points
well.
for putting your hands up
Yeah,
and wearing orange and blue clothes.
I just feel like even though it was stressful for me, it's nothing compared to what people in the UK deal with. So I'm definitely thinking
Everyone
America
move
is
to
a bit better.
America.
Summer vacation, everything.
Hashtag spawn.
Hashtag spawn for
Sponsored by
America.
America.
I like paying for healthcare. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you did like it, please.
Oh, they didn't really get
also
into uni.
check out Emma's channel. Also,
I just want to see what is college in the UK comparison. What is it? What is college in America equivalent to the UK? That's uni, right? And then what I was going to say is when you go from school to college, you get the option to either do A levels or a course, and the smarter people tend to do A levels, and not the dumber people, because some people who are smart would choose to do courses. But the A levels were just sort of like continuing schoolwork for the next 2 to 3 years. It's kind of like similar to school, which is 10 times harder. But what is it? Courses are things that you'd do the theory, but you'd also do like practical. So you'd learn to sort of do an electrician course, like I was saying, or to be a PT, like sort of help train, etc. It's one of those things. It's a weird one, but I don't think they touched upon it. In some schools in England, you have to get permission to take off your blazer, even if it's unbearably hot. And sometimes you're not allowed to. It's so stupid. I'm British, and when we had a non-school uniform, we had to pay £1 every time. Yep. English schools don't have jocks. We have roadmen. America, here's everything that's on the test. England, memorise 15 poems. You have to guess which one comes up. I swear there's a case in England as well where people learnt a poem and the poem didn't even come up and no one knew what to do. Because it was just like, we've not learnt this. We've learnt the completely wrong one. With the new system in England, your grade is 100% based off the test. It's so messed. That's what I was talking about, how the coursework doesn't equate to anything. America, 3 months. England, 6 weeks. Me sitting right here in Indonesia where you only get 2 weeks. Oh, mate. I just remember when like my foreign friends came to like the UK, like my friend from South Korea, my friend from Romania, my friend from, I don't know, anywhere else. They were so much smarter. Like the guy from South Korea was the smartest guy I've ever met. Like, it's ridiculous how smart he was. And it just makes me realise how, I don't know, how in our education system, we're just not as smart as we actually think we are. In our British school, we had to choose our subjects at 13. Really? That's kind of strange. British schools, lots of tests. American schools, let's hope we don't get shot today. But Americans didn't have half terms. We were on a holiday at some point every month. Wait, really? Wait, so there's not half terms in the US. You just have one big one, and obviously for like Christmas and Easter or whatever, you just have small. Why is it not loading? I don't know. It pisses me off how easy American schools seem. If you're from England, I don't know if they have this at all schools, but they did have in my primary school and they do in my high school. You'll understand that non-uniform days are heaven. I used to love them, but then like I said, I didn't have nice clothes and I couldn't afford to get nice clothes, so I kind of hated them. I stopped going in near the end because I was just too embarrassed. You know how it is with teenagers, man. It's kind of depressing, honestly. I'm in the UK and we have lockers, but no one uses them, to be honest, because we just hold our bags. Yeah, I remember I bought a locker for the first year. I never used it, and there's just lockers there that no one uses. It's weird, like, how there were so many in my school, but again, they were never used. It's just everything was in my bag, etc. And the lockers were disgusting as well. They were disgusting. They were never cleaned. Some of them were broken. It's just like, what is even the point in this? If you're from the UK, you know about the hell of a bleep test. Do you have the bleep test in the US? Don't remind me. I want to see, is there such thing as a bleep test in the US? I want to see this. Why can't I see the replies to this fucking one? I don't know. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy this one again. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a better video out there that can sort of explain into more detail or whatever. But let me know your thoughts on this. Has any of this changed in the US? Did you describe only a certain place, like part of the US, and in other places it's different? Let me know in the comments. But hopefully you enjoyed. And yeah, until next time, like, subscribe. Peace.